The time has finally arrived. It's officially NFL Draft Week. Live this Thursday, April 24th, from Green Bay, Wisconsin, round one of the 2025 NFL Draft will take place. All the fan bases got their preferences and opinions on what players they think their team should pick. Me personally, I'm still trying to figure out if the Philadelphia Eagles are going to draft day one. Are we going to stay put like years prior and let the board play out? Stay at 32 and take what best player available? Are the Philadelphia Eagles interested in a few players that they're willing to trade up for? Or will they trade out of the first round depending on how the board plays out? With that being said, I just want to tell everybody I appreciate y'all for showing love and support, subscribing, commenting, sharing. It doesn't go unnoticed. With that being said, you already know it's your boy She, and welcome back. As you can see, I got that Kelly Green on, man. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles for being defending Super Bowl champs. I was at the parade, having a blast, having fun. I hope everybody that went to the parade did the same thing as me, enjoyed their time. But that's it. Off season is over. It's about that time to get back on the grind, at least for the players and teams. It's draft week, so a lot of strategies and things are going to change up. Players might be traded. Um, Rookies coming in, changing the dynamic of a franchise. So we're gonna see how it plays out. But I don't want to hold too much of the time. I don't want to make a long video. I want to get into a little bit of what took place in the off season. So we're gonna get right to it. We lost some key players. We released we released a few players. We lost some players. But that's usually what happens when you win a Super Bowl. You can't pay everybody. But let's start off with a little summary here. Shout out to spottrack.com. They give you all this information. So the two players that were released, I think they were put for post June 1st cuts, was Darius Slay, who ended up signing, or Big Play Slay, how he likes to be called, who ended up signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and James Bradbury, who I think still hasn't been signed. There was also two trades that went through. One was pretty, this one wasn't surprising to me right here. Kenny Two Gloves Pickett for Dorian Thompson Robinson. Really didn't surprise me because we got Tanner McKee and Jalen Hurts, of course. The one that took me for a surprise and it took the whole fan base by surprise was this one right here. CJ Garner Johnson being traded away for a guard in Kenyon Green that a lot of people, a lot of draft analysts actually had that young bull up in their mock drafts. They said he had big time potential. So who knows? You know how that goes. Sometimes you don't fit a certain scheme or a certain culture with teams, and you know maybe Jeff Stoutland can get the best out of him the way he did with Mekhi Becton. Who knows? I can't be biased. I'm not gonna sit here and say all these players are gonna pan out, but I'm just giving you the information how I'm seeing it and the research that I've been doing. So let's start off with the extensions here. There's a player that I'm gonna keep out for a reason, but the Eagles went an unconventional route this offseason. Over the years and history, the Philadelphia Eagles really don't spend too much resource on this certain position. So if you catch my drift, you know exactly where I'm gonna go with this. and that's Zach Bond. They didn't just give him the contract; he deserved it. He worked hard. He played his ass off. He did what he had to do. He came in to the team as potentially a special team player, and Vic Fangio got him right into an All Pro linebacker. So shout out to Zach Bond, the bald eagle himself. He got paid. Shout out to the Eagles for going against the grain and believing in Zach Bond. So he was given a 3-year, $51 million contract, 34 million guaranteed. And then they followed it up with Saquon Barkley on a 2-year extension, $41.2 million contract. Well, $1 million extension, my fault. That was another one that was deserving of it. He could have broke the record, but he sat out that last game, and a lot of people question on why he was sitting out. He should have broke the record, but turns out that was a good decision. We went on to win the Super Bowl.
Do it again. Do it again. Oh, belt to air. Belt to air. Belt to air.
Then it was followed up by Lane Johnson getting a 1-year, $25 million contract extension. So shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles for continuously always looking out for their players and taking care of their players. But there's a player that I left out. Right here. Bang. This was official. This happened early Monday afternoon, I believe. Pro Bowl center Cam Jurgens and the Eagles reached agreement today on a 4-year, $68 million extension that includes 39.4 million guaranteed that contractually ties him to Philadelphia through 2029 season, per the team and his agent Ryan Tolner at XL Football. Shout out to Adam Schefter for showing this or breaking the news. So basically, the Philadelphia Eagles have won 13 seasons with Jason Kelsey. He's gonna be a first time ballot Hall of Famer. I don't know what's going on here with my talking, but it is what it is. So we went from Jason Kelsey to now another Pro Bowl center in Cam Jurgens. Shout out to Jason Kelsey for actually handpicking his replacement. This is what I talk about. What good organizations do the Philadelphia Eagles believe in their veterans to pick out players that they believe that can possibly replace them in the future. But this is another thing, right? I know we lost some key players like Milton Williams, um, Josh Sweat, you know, Isaiah Rogers, players of that nature, players that made some key plays and key moments and big time moments and big time playoff games. They will be missed, but we have the players already in the wings waiting to know they're just waiting for their chance. So look, this is a perfect example here. So shout out to whoever made this. I just found this image on Twitter and that's it. I just figured I'll put it up. So shout out to the person who made this. You got Josh Sweat being replaced by Jalen Hunt, who showed promise in the playoff run as an edge rusher. So, you can never go wrong with edge rushers. We got a bunch of them. Jalen Hunt is just scratching the surface. I mean, Vic Fangio really liked him last year in the draft. Then we got the Chauncey Gardner Johnson. Yes, I know he's going to be missed. And if there's any concerns with Sidney Brown, because he showed flashes and promises during his rookie year that he had that ACL. So if you have concerns, you address that in the draft. You have two safeties coming out that I believe are the best safeties. Nick Imanwari, and then my favorite prospect, Malachi Starks, man. So if you have concerns at the safety positions, and Malachi Starks is falling down the draft board. Hey, Howie Roseman make that call, man. I think Malachi will fit right with his team. He's a ball hawk. He can play corner. He can play inside nickel. He can play center field safety. He can play in the box safety. He can do it all, man. He's just a ball hawk. And then same thing with this Milton situation. We still got Jalen Carter. We still got Jordan Davis. We got Moro Jomo, Thomas Booker. But if you have some concerns on Jordan Davis or any of the players that I listed, not named Jalen Carter, then you go get yourself Walter Nolan, another one of my favorite prospects, or you go get maybe a TJ Sanders or somebody else. Shamir Stewart, Texas A&M, Alfred Collins from the University of Texas. If you got some concerns there at the D tackle position, then you address that in the draft as well. This one I'm not going to spend too much time on because I don't understand why they put Isaiah Rogers, Slay, and Bradbury transition into just Keely Ringo slash draft, like if we don't have Cooper DeJean or Quinion Mitchell. So that's enough of how I'm gonna talk on that. Y'all could comment below and tell me what favorite prospect you guys like the Philadelphia Eagles to draft. We don't know, but we just gotta trust it. We gotta trust. I trust the process with the Eagles before I trust the process with the Sixers. I already spoke about that. You know how I feel about that. So come on, man. Who are we kidding here? But enough of this talk right here. Let's get to the real talk that I've been waiting to get to, and that's this right here, man. So these are some of the players that the Eagles brought in for pre-draft visits. And if you know the history of the Eagles pre-draft visits, they usually tend to pick a player or pick multiple players off their pre-draft visits. So gotta pay close attention to this list here. So some of my favorite prospects, like Walter Nolan. I don't this list wasn't updated, but Walter Nolan, Malachi Starks from the University of Georgia, Walter Nolan from Ole Miss. Those are some of the players that I'm very interested in. I would like the Eagles to draft. But I am well aware that they might not pass a certain point in the draft. So the Eagles may have to trade up. If it was me personally, I would like Walter Nolan. You add him on the line with Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith and everybody else. Let them young boys go get the quarterback. Let them go eat. My second option would be Malachi Starks, man. I think he's a do it all type of safety. He got skills. But out of this list right here that you guys see, tell me a key player that you may want the Eagles to draft or who you want to keep an eye on. Like I like this kid here too, the Donovan. I don't even want to say his last name, but this kid from Boston College, they say he's a phenomenal talent on the outside. And another, I like this. I hear about this Jaden Blue running back from Texas. I know we don't need a running back right now, but you can never have enough of them. It's like edge rushers. You can never have enough edge rushers. That's what brings me down to this other prospect here, Nick Scourton from Texas A&M. I think the kid has good potential. Do you think? Do you guys think the tight end is a position of need this year? Comment below. Me personally, I think so. I like the kid from the University of Miami, Elijah Arroyo. I like him, but I'm not too mad that they brought in Terrence Ferguson from the University of Oregon in for a visit. Yeah, man. These are some of the players. I like Trey Amos, this Maxwell Harrison kid from the University of Kentucky. So if you guys go and look at this list, it shows you that the Eagles are doing their due diligence in certain positions. Example, cornerback. We don't know what we got with Keely Ringo or Eli Ricks. We know what we got with Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, and now Adoree Jackson that can hold the slot position, or he might even play outside. Maybe Cooper DeJean continues to play the slot. I wouldn't change him out of the slot, but Cooper DeJean been putting in that work. He been working out with Patrick Surtain and Ryan Clark in the offseason, so we'll see how he comes back. Maybe he's doing all that training just to go switch to the outside, but maybe they give him a heads up and say, hey, you might be playing outside this year. That's probably why we went ahead and got a Dory Jackson. I don't know. I'm just talking speculations. Like, but you can tell right here, like they're doing their homework. Trey Amos, um, Jalen Smith. Like I said, this list ain't updated because I know we brought in uh, Reed from Penn State, that safety from Navy. We brought in Malachi Starks, Kobe King, a linebacker from Penn State. Off the top of my head, I could remember those players being on the list. I'm not sure why they're not on the list here, but you know, sometimes not everybody got the correct stats or the correct data, I should say. But no matter what team you like, tell me, comment below and tell me who do you want your team to draft. I'm an Eagles fan. I love the Philadelphia Eagles, but I also love sports. And I know there's going to be some good players that go to good players that go to good teams and also good players that go to bad teams. It happens every year, no matter the sport, whether it's NBA, NFL, hockey, no matter what it is, a good player could end up in a bad team, and sometimes a bad player can end up in a good team. It happens. But that's the thing about this draft. You taking a flyer, it's all based upon potential. We don't never know what's going to happen with these players. They can be considered the best thing since sliced bread, and they come out to the league and they don't do anything. Hopefully, that's not the case. I'm excited for Thursday. I want to see who goes first, who's going to be the first overall pick. Will it be Cam Ward? Will it be Shador Sanders? Will it be Abdul Carter? We'll never know. We got to tune in on Thursday. I believe it starts at 8 o'clock. Not too sure. But yeah, man, tell me. Talk to me, man. Let me know what y'all feeling, how y'all feeling, what players are out there that interest you, that you may want your team to take. And if you're an Eagles fan, comment below. Fly Eagles fly, go birds, and let me know what players you guys want to come join that midnight green. With that being said, thank y'all for continuously tapping in. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out of here, man.